Hi there, welcome to my channel. On this channel I talk about career, motivation, physical and mental wellness. My aim is to take you closer to greatness one post at a time. Today's topic is career related, and today we're going to be talking about interview anxieties and how you can overcome them. As an HR professional myself, I've had the opportunity to sit on both sides of the table as an interviewer and as an interview candidate. I've also had the opportunity to provide guidance to people in the past to help them become successful during the interviews, and I've also used these tips myself during my career journey. So stick around with me because I'll be sharing with you powerful tips that I'm sure that would help you succeed at your interview and make you feel more at ease as you prepare for your interview. Job search can be so stressful. We all know it. None of us is immune to the anxiety of job search, but with the right guidance and support, it can be easy. It is so hard, especially for people who are in a new country like Canada. It is so stressful. And even if you didn't have to migrate to a new country, it is still very stressful getting a job. Fresh out of school, you're looking for a job. Even if you want to change your career or progress in your career, you still have to look for a job and get a job. It is always very stressful. And in your job search journey, you've successfully crossed many hurdles, you've networked, received great pointers to great job opportunities, you've prepared for yourself a winning resume, you've applied to different job openings, and your resume has been assessed and deemed up to standard, and now you've been called up for an interview. Of course, you're so excited, but at the same time, you're nervous. I know that feeling. Most of us have been there. It is an interview anxiety, and it is hard to silence the crow. But I'm here to tell you today that you can do it. I'm here to tell you that you are good. I'm here to tell you that with the right guidance and support, you can face any interview and succeed. So stick around with me, watch this video to the end, because I'll be sharing some tips today that have helped me in the past, and I'm sure I've helped other people as well. The first thing that you must do as you prepare for and head into an interview is to believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. Believe that you are amazing. Believe that you are powerful. Because come to think of it, your resume has been assessed. You've been deemed fit for that job. You've been invited for that interview because people have seen your potential. Don't boo yourself off the stage before you even get the chance to perform. Don't dim your own light. Think about some of the powerful things you've achieved in the past and believe that you have the ability to do even much more. I always tell my friends, and I even remind myself whenever I go through challenges, that you've survived 100% of your struggles, and you've got this one too. Entering an interview with that mindset gives you the confidence that you need to succeed. So again, believe in yourself even as you prepare for an interview, that you will succeed. Number 2, build your confidence. People have different personalities, and most times you can hardly detect what they're thinking by merely looking at their faces. Some interviewers may throw you off balance with the way they look at you. Focusing on the interviewer's reaction or trying to guess what they're thinking may throw you off balance. Focus instead on your game plan. Don't worry about the blank stare. See yourself as succeeding already. Have that confidence in yourself. Don't let anything wane it. Another thing that can help you reduce anxiety before an interview is to visualize yourself in a calm, serene environment. That puts your mind, in your body, and your brain at ease to be very thoughtful in your responses. Replace negative mindsets with positive thoughts and see yourself as succeeding. Smile. I often tell people that even if it's a phone interview, smile. It has a way of showing up at the other end. It reflects in your voice and even in your choice of words. And there are fewer chances that you will focus on negative thoughts when you smile. So smile. Choose excitement over fear. I once read somewhere that your brain can't tell the difference. It is how you respond to the situation that makes the difference. One thing that I do and tell my friends before going for a big event is to strike a power pose. And I believe we all should have one. That pose that makes you feel powerful. One that makes you believe that there's nothing that you can't achieve. Mine is standing like a superwoman with a cape on a mountaintop, looking excitedly at the challenges that I'm about to crush. And that puts you in a great mood before your interview. Research. 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 I can't emphasize this enough. Many candidates attend interviews without preparing. They know next to nothing about the company that they are interviewing for. When preparing for an interview, it is great to know at least one value that the company holds dear. Know the industry in which they operate. Know at least one product that they sell. Check out the profile of your interviewers. Don't feel as though you are trespassing by checking them out. It only shows that you are interested in the job well enough to even bother. You can even discover a common ground, which would be a great conversation starter, and it could even enhance your discussion. I personally like to check things about the companies that relate with my personal brand. Could be their CSR programs, could be one of their values, could even be their mission statement that I find intriguing. So do your research and come to the interview with your findings, things that would help you enhance your discussion and have very great conversation. Number 5. Go over the job description to determine the skills and responsibilities that are required for the job, because the description is what the hiring manager is looking for. Then you need to think about how your experiences align with those expectations. I always tell people, if you think well enough, you'd realize the amount of skills that you have. Think about your previous accomplishments and how you can replicate the same thing on this job. Be proud of yourself. Don't be scared or afraid to mention the things that make you stand out. You know, for some of us, it's hard to start saying, I've done this, I've accomplished this, I've accomplished that. It makes you feel as though you are talking so highly of yourself. But I've come to realize that you have to mention your own accomplishment. If you don't talk about them, they never get heard. No one's going to toot your own horn for you. You have to be the one to put yourself out there. You have to be the one to speak on your own behalf. And some of you may ask, but I don't have any experience. I don't have any skills that's so notable or anything worth mentioning. I'll tell you, your experience includes the time that you've worked on a project with your team members and delivered a project within a time frame. It could even include what you do in your spare time that could be valuable on the job. For example, I am a mental wellness advocate, and I use the opportunities that I have to promote positivity. This is one soft skill that is required for an HR professional, and I didn't even consider this as valuable until I had a discussion about it recently. Your skill could be time management. It could be you understanding tools enough to be able to teach other people. Be your training skills, teaching other people to be able to use a tool. And when talking about something like this, the use of a STAR approach is usually the best. So talk about the situation, the task, the action, and the results. And I'll talk more in details about this in another video. Number 6, learn to steer conversations in your favor. If, for example, you were asked how much experience you have using a certain tool or software, you can say, I've only heard or read about this tool. I have not had the opportunity to use it in the past. However, I've used very similar tools in the past. In fact, my current organization uses this software to achieve the same purpose. If you're in the HR field, you know that there are so many HR systems and tools, but it is highly unlikely that as an HR professional, you would have been able to use all of these tools. Also, be sure to point out that you are a quick learner and that you can easily adapt. I often go a step further by saying I love to be a subject matter expert in the tools that I use so that I can then train other people. Number 7, remember that an interview is a two-way street. It's not only about the company assessing you, It's about you assessing and selecting them as well. And once you have this mindset, it will reduce some of the pressure that you place on yourself. It is okay to ask an interviewer to repeat a question, or even ask for some time to pause or even come back to the question later time during the interview. It shows that you are in fact being thoughtful with your responses. Number 8, practice, practice, and practice. If you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail. The more you practice, the more attuned you are with your responses, and the more confidence you develop. You can ask a friend to listen to you while you speak and ask them to give you constructive feedback after your speech. If you're new to a country like Canada, you can use the service of some of these newcomer agencies, which by the way are free. Practicing with people like this also puts you in the zone and makes you feel as though you're speaking with an actual interviewer. And because they are trained to provide these services, they are often able to provide expert advice. Practicing also involves paying attention to your body language or your posture. Be sure that your posture does not show you as incompetent, nervous, shy, or just clueless, or even arrogant. Are you making eye contact? Do you have a firm handshake? Those are some of the things that can negatively impact your interview. It's also important to get your tools ready before the day. That way you have less things to worry about. Think of yourself as a performer. You know your script, you know your audience, but how well do you know your tools? Number 9, prepare 2 or more questions to ask your interviewer. And I say 2 or more questions because during the course of your interview, some of your questions may have been answered. So if you have multiple questions, you always have something to fall back on, even if your initial question has been answered. Asking your interview thoughtful questions allow you to finish strong. See it as your final opportunity to seal the deal. You want them to immediately see you as a valuable addition to their company. You can ask things like, what does success look like for you in this role? What will be the focus of this role within the next 3 to 6 months? This way, you can be sure that not only are you starting well, you are also finishing strong. Putting all of these tips together puts you in a good shape as you prepare for your interview. In conclusion, if you're in the job market and you're yet to be called up for an interview, keep getting yourself prepared because your time will come sooner than you think. Soon you get that knock on the door and you want to be ready for that opportunity when it comes knocking. Finally, don't be so hard on yourself. Working yourself up will do you no good. Instead, it could yield adverse results. Don't panic. Believe that you can and you will. You survived 100% of your struggles. You can do this too. If you find this useful, please let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know what other topics you'd like to see and I'll bring them to you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you're already subscribed, don't touch that dial. Don't touch that dial. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.